And then linebacker play. All right, our scheme is a 3-4. We're a one-gap football team out of a 3-4. We two-gap may be the nose 3% of the time during the season. We're slanting and angling. Our defensive line is attacking all the time. We call it a snap blitz. When we go, our defensive line is moving. We always want an eighth man in the box, so we got to coordinate the line, linebackers, all that. And we're going to mix man-to-man in. We do play some man, but I'm a zone pressure team. Mostly, I've got a trap coverage that we run that helps with your zone blitz package. Gaps, I just go through this. Everybody knows A gap, B gap, C gap, D gap. If I'm talking the will linebacker, this stuff I give my players to make sure they know it. The near gaps for the will are on his side of the center. If I say far A, far B, so they understand what we're talking about. Alignments, anything head up, 2, 4, 6. Now, some people call this a 1 and this a 2I. We've done that before. It's all the same. But what I tell our guys is, if I want you to line up in the 20, you're head up over the guard 5 yards off. That's what the 0 means. If I want you in the 30, all right. Now, all this is just in a book, and it's all good when they line up exactly like the book says to do. So I tell them this is not set in stone. This is just a basis for you. All right? Here's some drills we do with these guys. This is here's my huddle. Come on, huddle. All right, so this is just a 45 degree. I kind of shuffle with a pass, get them out. Now, what I'm telling them here is, remember I said we're a zone team. We spot drop in cover 3. So we're going to get up, get our shoulders square, and I want them to shuffle, not cross their feet. Once that ball's thrown, let's see this quarterback. See the shoulders come this way, they're moving. Once that hand comes off the ball, you run. Because he takes that hand off the ball, he's throwing that ball. So you take off right there. And look, I'm not doing this in a 12-yard drop or anything. Nice and easy. Now see this guy one-handed? So I rip his ass for this. Because he's going to be lazy and put his hand. In a game, you got to go get that ball because that receiver is going to come take it from you. So we'll do everybody coming here. It's the one-handed again. Then I'll change the direction going back and forth. I've got a lot of these, so I want to get through them. Now we film, and I watch this every day with our guys. Everything we do, every individual we film. So sometimes, and I know that guys don't always have it. See this guy right here? He doesn't shuffle. He just turns and takes off running. So what happens is that quarterback can do this, then he can come back. So if you're here, you're wasting 3 steps. We talk about efficient footwork all the time. All right, so this is filmed off my phone and downloaded to Huddle. All right, so when guys say we can't do this and you got Huddle, yes you can. All right, take your phone, get the app. It downloads in like 35 seconds. All right, so here I am moving in both directions. So see, I got him shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. Up. Never cross your feet. So I'm working back and forth. And I always try to put the ball where they're never catching it here. And the reason is there's never a quarterback that's really going to throw with the defensive guy the ball right here. Right, so throw it out and make him go get it. All right, so I use this line right here. All I'm doing is loosening up the hips, opening up, turning and running, turning and running. I want them to stay on this line. Stay on that line right there. As tight on that line as they can. Stay as low as they can. And then I'll get to where I pop the ball back to them. All right, so now I want them to plant and come right back down that line. Efficient footwork, word I use all the time. Don't waste steps, don't waste space. So plant, come right back down that line. Now watch this guy. Watch him come outside the line. See how his feet, the first guy stays square, plants that back foot, and drives forward. This guy opens up right here, and now he's off the line. He's wasting footwork. Same thing here. It takes too many steps. So you can sit there, and I can watch the first guy who was a pretty good player for us. All these other guys are kind of slaps. But like he's off the line. Look at him. Way out of control. Kind of bananas it out. So that's what we talk about. And that's why we do it on the line. And that's why we film it the way we do. So here's the 45. Starting here, open up at 45. Want them to settle right here. Come forward as fast as they can. And we tell them there's a fire right there. Right? We tell them to put the fire out with their feet. So I want them to come down and pop their feet, all feet always moving, and get low. And I can kind of go quick with this and kind of see them because I know this on film, right? So notice this too. At the end of the drill, I'm always finishing with a turnover. Some type of fumble. I'll throw a ball out there. Always finish it. We stress turnovers, find a way to do it in everything you do. I'll go this real quick, cut. Just put 3 guys. I'll tell you how I teach these guys to cut, and I'll tell you where this guy's wrong right here. All right, see that helmet? There's no hand on that helmet. All right. Now, I say it's a violent game. I tell the guys when they're cutting, I want you to take the butt of your hand, and I want you to give that guy a concussion. I want you to hit his head, because where the head goes, the body follows. Take that, and to do that, you can't bend over, because when I bend over, I'm exposing all my legs. I got to go down and bend my knees. Our guys do not bend their knees. We get cut. I mean, I work on this a lot. So and I want that head on that hand, and then I got to give ground. So I tell them I want them to give that guy a concussion. Now, not our guy, but watch how he gives ground. He's not bent at the knees enough. So that exposes those legs. So we'll do that both sides. All right, so I'm kind of got the same type deal, but now we're attacking. We're going to start coming forward to the next guy. So you can see he's got his hands on his head a little bit. Right? Now, I got 3 guys, and I'll do this, cut or up. Because you never know what that lineman's going to do, if he's going to come cut you, if he's going to stay up and block you. So I got to get him prepared for that. In all honesty, I make up some of these drills just because that's what I need to see. The guys aren't doing well. All right, so see how he's kind of starting to try to bend his knees? A little late. But we use that front hand to hit the helmet. This backhand plays off the back and pushes your back foot out. Block protection. Always start in the block protection on the sled. 6-point explosion. Come on. All right. So I get them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get them as close as we can. I want hands and hips at the same time. So I film it like this so I can watch and see, look at his hips. I like the way his hips are going. His hips are starting to roll. This guy's a little lazy because they ain't going in there. Now, I can get away with the verbiage I use at the college level, right? And I do that stuff. You guys have to come up with a different verbiage. And we'll do this just in helmets. We'll do it in shoulder pad. We'll do it in shells. We'll do it in all. But see, I want their toes. See how his toes are coiled back? Try to tell them it's like a snake. The snake gets all coiled up, and it can jump and reach about its length and a half. Well, that's what that's for. That's where you're going to get your explosion on this. He's not going to get as much explosion because his toes aren't coiled up enough. He gets no hip roll, right? So you'll see me come up, and I'll put my hand on his back. And again, you got to be careful with that sometimes too. So then I go to a 4-point explosion. So now they're off their knees. They're just on their hands and their toes. And again, they ought to be curled up. Same thing. So I'm just trying to teach that one little bit explosion. One little bit explosion. And then I go to the 2-point where they're standing in front of it. They're just taking one step and popping. One step and popping. All right, look at this guy here. See how his head's coming back? That means his hips are rolling in if his head's coming back. So then I put him in a position. Right, in the first position, I lock him up, hands inside, and I put an offensive guy in that offense. And when I blow the whistle, the offensive guy is going to push me back. I blow the whistle. All I want to see is them lower their hips and just start walking back. So as we go through here, I'll show that one again since it played. So here's our offensive guy on the right. I blow the whistle. They start moving them. Blow the whistle again. Like this guy's got no hip. He's not driving. He's not lowering his body. This little guy right here is about a 5'9" kid. One of the hardest workers I know. Did everything right. Just wasn't very good. But he's good because you can see his hips roll up in there. You can see his head. I want to see heads pop back. See that guy's head pop back? That's what I look for. I want to look for that lift up. So I'll do that with those guys. And I'll do it about 2 or 3 times real quick. Bam, bam, bam. And then I'll add the next section in where now I'm going to rip and go one side or the other. Right? So I'm going to have my hand here. Blow the whistle the third time and see how the rip. All right, now what I tell them, watch 5 right here. I tell them to take, if they're going to this side right here, I tell them to take that right hand and bring that grab cloth and bring that right hand as hard as you can down across your hip. Because now that shoulder is going to come down, I can get around him. So I'm going to tell them to rip as hard as you can, right hand to left hip, left hand to right hip. And you can see his shoulder go down. So we got to tell them, and you got to be violent with this stuff. As I got it. All right, here's the third phase of this. And now I actually line them up, and I'm going to have like a guard pull. And when that guard pulls, right, this is a little quick, but it's only a 3 yard. I got them 3 yards, 2 yards away. And I'm teaching them to shuffle. And I want this guy, and I learned, okay, I filmed this, and I put this dummy on this line. And I was like, well, that's not real smart. Make the guy come block down the line. Right? So now I got that offensive guy. He should come right down this line in later clips. But I'm trying to protect, so I say, okay, you're a B-gap player right now. So protect that outside B-gap. Right? So I'm looking for him to say, now watch this guy. Look how he's taking that on. His feet are all tangled together. So what I got to start teaching these guys is, as they shuffle, they got to come attack, keep that same base coming forward. Because watch him get kicked out way out to these numbers. That creates and opens up the gap. So we're not doing our job protecting that gap. And this one's harder to do coming down the outside. See how he gets kicked out. I always tell him, I want you to stay right. And again, I started moving it, go right down that line. Right down that line. Look, he turns his shoulders. Now, there is a time, and I tell those guys, there is a time where you dip and rip and grab, and that's part of the deal. So then I tell them you protect the A-gap. And I have them come and stay right in that A-gap. And then I'll go outside and say, ball is a tall sweep. It's going way outside. You get outside. Now you grab grass and you dip and rip coming through there.